So, Summer Thieves, Jake, welcome to Talk Fast TV. How are you, buddy?
Yeah, good man. Cheers for having me.
Yeah, you're all good. You're all good. And where are you from in the world today?
Auckland, New Zealand, brother.
Yeah, sweet. As I said, pleasure to have you on. With all my guests so far, I've been going right back to the beginning and kind of touching on growing up, who your early influences, and do you remember the first time you picked up an instrument as well?
Yeah, man. Yeah, well, for me, obviously, with the whole band, we're all obviously got different influences and a different story. But for me, I really got into Jack Johnson and early on Jack Johnson and Cat Stevens. Really loved that, and then I sort of moved on to really get into Sublime. Bradley Noel dived really into that. And for starting off wise, it was I actually remember it pretty vividly. I was going to get a birthday present. I was like six or seven, and I was getting a paint set. And then the guitar shop was next door. And then I was just literally did the last second, I want a guitar instead, and then just got a guitar. And that was sort of where it sort of never left me. I always took it to school every day from when I was 7 years old to the whole way through the end of high school. Always had a guitar. It was I'd have my guitar before my backpack.
Yeah, sweet. That's cool, man. And growing up, in your teenage years, was there any gig or festival that you went to and you thought fuck, I wish I was up on that stage just as them kind of thing?
Yeah, I think we were kind of gigged. We gigged from a real young age. We started sort of gigging from 14, doing weddings and all that sort of stuff. But when I first seen a band, I think was I went to Kings of Leon, only by the night tour. So I was I think I was 17, and that was the biggest show I'd ever seen. And I was just holy shit! This is definitely at that point, it was I wasn't even thinking of getting on a stage or anything like that. But I was this is sick.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, it was just sort of every time, sort of every year, you sort of have a new set goal of what But back at the start, fuck, it was just to play your own song, have a few people dance. Shit, that would be awesome.
Yeah, yeah. And how did the band form? You alluded there, you're at school. Is it a lot of schoolmates or hometown buddies or?
Yeah, it sort of started with so there's 3 of us in the band now that we all started playing together when we were about 14, and then we sort of 2 of us stuck together, and then the other bro actually just rejoined us about 3 years ago.
Oh, sweet.
So we've got a bit of history of the band. We've been playing with the drummer for Johnny for about 17 years.
Cool, nice one. One thing I always like to touch on with my guests as well, the names of the band. Summer Thieves, where did that name come from? I like it a lot.
It was it was actually pretty. It was we had another band through high school called Felonious, when it was a terrible name. classic high school band name.
Yeah.
And then
sure.
we were playing one, and then we played this show, and it was our biggest show to date at the time. And then after and the boys these other guys in the band wanted to change the name to Summer Thieves. And I was like, what the fuck? I was we've just been in this band for 5 years. And then I was whatever, I didn't really care at the time. I was just let's just play music. And then we finished that show, and they were we're actually breaking up the band. And I was like, what the hell? So then me and the drummer was bro, let's just steal that name, Summer Thieves, and be like, fuck you guys. So we took the name, and then we've just rolled it for the last 9 years.
Decent.
Like the patent on it, that's ours now.
Yes, mate. Yeah, I like that a lot. Decent. And do you have memories of your first gig together as Summer Thieves?
Yeah, when we first started Summer Thieves, we literally were almost like a Sublime cover band. We had an EP of 5 songs. So I actually remember I had Adam, his first show with us. We were a 3-piece back then, and it was meant to be a 3-hour gig, playing covers and shit, and then ended up playing. We finished it, and they wanted us to do it again. So hey, let's play us again. So we played for 6 hours. So I vividly remember the first Summer Thieves gig because the boys were broken. 6 hours of jamming to drunk.
Yeah, just making people dance.
Fucking oldies, good times.
I love that. Sublime. I definitely get the feel of that in some of your songs for sure. A big influence on so many bands, though, aren't they? There's some legendary albums. Yeah, I've been listening to a lot of your music lately. Saturday Night in particular, catchy tune. It pulls me in all different directions. Like, could be anything from like Sublime to Pharrell Williams to bloody Michael Jackson. I'm hearing influences everywhere in there. Do you like? How did the song come around? How did you? Do you remember where you were when you wrote that one?
Yeah, we that one we actually did. So we did a collab with that song. So we were in Tauranga in New Zealand recording with Tiki Tane. So we're doing a few songs with him.
Mm-hmm.
He does the producing for us, and then
Okay.
the band we're actually touring with in Australia, LAB. They a couple of the boys came over just for like a morning writing session to try make a banger,
Mm-hmm.
and that's the banger that
It is, yeah.
came out of it. So there was about seven or eight of us in a room just fucking chucking ideas away, and got that in a few hours, and then sort of just pieced it, just made it a bit better. But it was pretty much written in 3 hours or so.
Nice, class. And big news this week. You're flying over the ditch and you're gonna hit the tour. Some big dates over here.
Yeah, bro, it's absolutely fizzing. The boys have been itching. We haven't been able to play pretty much since January. The tour got cut short. So yeah, just been rehearsing, and we've just been writing as well. So we're just itching, bro, to get over there. Cool. Our debut.
Yeah. Is there anywhere in particular you're looking forward to going, or is it just everywhere?
everywhere. All the shows are going to be sick.
Yeah, mate. Yeah, I bet you're absolutely buzzing for it. And like for the rest of 22, what's the plans for touring?
So we've got when we get back from Australia, we go straight into a festival. So we're headlining a festival here. So come back, do a few rehearsals, change the setup for that. But we've been recording an album, so we're pretty much, there's like 14, 15 songs already recorded. So we're just pretty much just playing the drop of that. So probably double pack singles from June all the way through to November, and have the full album out November. Nice. So it's just pretty much the main goal was just utilize those 3 months we couldn't play, wrote the album. We're like, man, that's what we're going to do. So we make sure we got 2 albums out within a year and a half, one another.
Yeah, that's sweet. Yeah, fuck, you take advantage of the lockdown for sure.
And then we'll just tour the shit out of that.
Yeah, sweet, nice one. And you touched earlier on like you've got like you kind of set yourselves yearly targets, but do you have any like ultimate dreams for the band?
Yeah, well, I think the ultimate dream is just like just to be able to constantly go, like half of the year be touring around the world, and then the other, and the other half of the year writing and just chilling with family and friends, like having a bit of a balance. So I think the whole thing is just trying to just plant those seeds in a different place. First Aussie, and then hopefully Europe, and then we can kind of sort of work around. But whole COVID thing is sort of holding it up. Yeah,
I reckon it's gonna just hit like a volcano, mate. It's gonna like, now you've been penned back for so long, and then it's just gonna be the release, isn't it? All right, that's how I see it anyway.
Yeah, I hope so.
So yeah, with my guests so far as well, I'd just like to finish on with a little quick fire round, if that's all right. Just some random quick fires for you. Okay, so what do you prefer, being at home or on the road?
On the road.
Cool. Up north or down south?
Down south.
Cool. Music wise, UK or USA?
UK.
Cool. Good choice. Good answer. Are you on the beers or on the wine?
Neither.
Oh, do you not drink? No.
Not at the moment.
Ah, fair. Playing arenas or playing festivals?
Arenas.
Cool. Influence wise, more John Lennon or Bob Marley?
Bob Marley.
Cool. If there was any artist, it could be alive or dead, that you could watch a gig and maybe have a 5-minute chat to them after the gig. Could be an artist or a band. Who would it be?
Definitely be Bradley Noel, Sublime.
Oh, cool. Yeah.
He's my guy.
Yeah, that's sweet. And then who would you say as well? First time interviewing a New Zealand band, so I'll say it to you. Who would you say is the most the best band or artist from New Zealand of all time?
All time. That's a hard one. There's so many, there's so many legends. Ooh, shit. I reckon, I guess there is so many, but I think Dave Dobbin's a bit of a legend. You know, like obviously the band he was in, but he's just continuing to just smash. He's got so many bangers, eh?
Yeah, sweet.
I guess you put a bit of a goat on, like, you know, classic New Zealand, yeah, Dave Dobbin. But there's too many. I won't say the best. I will not label that. You know, I can't just do that.
Wow, mate, it's such a impossible question for sure. And then just finally, why should people go and listen to Summer Thieves?
Because it's gonna blow your fucking mind, man. That's everything, man. It's got. I think like it's there's something for everything in our sort of, you know, like especially now we're pumping out more albums. You know, we're crossing genres. We some songs you like, some songs you won't like. You know, that's kind of thing. We don't want to just be like, yeah, we just want to sound like this. So I expect even more sort of different stuff on the next album. But you'll get everything, man.
Yeah. Sweet. Look, I'm looking forward to even more new tunes coming forward next year, and hopefully I'll catch you at a show very, very soon as well. But Jake, today it's been an absolute pleasure, mate. I really appreciate your time.
No, good, bro. Been awesome, man. Cheers for having me.
Nice one. Have a sick time in Australia.
Thank you, bro. Appreciate it, man.